Okay, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Driving Growth with Dynamics Mobile Van Sales. This webinar will be headlined by our amazing Dynamics Mobile team, and I am Denise Lawrence, the marketing specialist here at Davyn. I'm thrilled to be your host today. So at any time during the event, you can use a dedicated chat to ask your questions, and we'll be answering them throughout the session. If our team's input is required further, we'll reserve those queries for the end of the presentation so we can spend a bit more time to answer them. Note that today's session is also being recorded and we'll be sending to all attendees in the upcoming days. So before we jump into the presentation, I'm just going to give you a brief overview of who we are at Davyn and our solution offerings. So with over 20 years in the industry, we've become the leading provider of Microsoft business solutions in the English and Dutch-speaking Caribbean, claiming the Microsoft Partner of the Year award in Trinidad and Tobago 3 times in the last 4 years. For overall business applications like ERP solutions, we offer Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. This includes finance, HR, CRM, and supply chain management, to name a few. For retailers, we offer LS Central, which includes the aforementioned and an additional couple features such as points of sale and other retail-centered capabilities. These applications can either be used straight out of the box or tailored to your specific business needs and budget. To further enhance your ERP experience, we also provide the Microsoft Power Platform, which includes Power Pages, Power BI, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent, and Power Apps. Now, when it comes to cloud solutions, we have Microsoft Azure for security and storage. This application allows you to build, deploy, and manage services in the cloud and benefit from the security, scalability, and cost efficiency of cloud computing. So in addition to these, we also offer data and analytics solutions to enhance productivity and collaboration in the workplace, such as Microsoft Power BI, Microsoft Projects, and Azure DevOps. So now that we're all a bit more familiar with Davyn and our solution offerings, I'd like to hand over to Mr. Dimitrov, who will give you a more detailed understanding of Dynamics Mobile and guide you through the process of the capabilities of this amazing solution. So Dimitrov, whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Daniel. Hello, everyone. My name is Kawayan Dimitrov, and I'm a sales executive with Dynamics Mobile. So today, the webinar agenda, I will be presenting more about what our mobile solutions have to offer, in particular our advanced sales application. So first of all, we'll go through the solution overview. Then we'll focus on a couple of features and capabilities. We'll check out some use cases and case study examples. Then we'll move on through a journey map. I will have, of course, a brief live demonstration for myself, and we'll leave time for a short Q&A session with the key takeaways. In terms of Dynamics Mobile, as a general solution overview, we have been in the market for over 15 years, and we have been dedicated into building mobile applications to be directly connected with Microsoft Dynamics ERP systems. Our general idea is to connect management and mobile agents through our mobile application and backend management routing platform. And taking from our current experience, we are able to customize the solution and tailor it to your exact business needs. In terms of Dynamics Mobile and what it stands for, we provide different types of modules. For example, we have mobile pre-sales. We can have directly van sales selling off the back of the vehicle. We can perform deliveries on prepaid orders, or we can do the payment collections on the spot. We also track mobile inventory and as well headquarters inventory. And we also have mobile merchandising and surveys alongside with running active campaigns. Now, most of our clients, of course, they are within the distribution, the logistics, manufacturing, retail sector, and many more. In terms of what we consider to be smart trade, we, of course, first of all, start with planning. So this is why we have two types of licenses, a supervisor and a mobile agent. So the supervisors from the Dynamics Mobile Fleet portal, they can do the route management, schedule the deliveries, and assign the daily tasks. Afterwards, we follow through an execution phase where our mobile workforce is going to follow the routes, execute the tasks, and we'll move back to analytics where we will have real-time reporting and business intelligence reports to have full access and visibility on our business. In terms of main features and capabilities of the advanced sales solution, are of course performing the deliveries and doing sales orders both on the road and on site with the client. We can do payments, different types of them, and of course invoice generation and printing. We also have geolocation, geofencing, and we support signature and image capturing. Now, in terms of it could happen going throughout your day, you lose internet connection. We have everything covered in terms of our full offline mode capability working operations. We also have barcode scanning support, so we can directly barcode scan or QR code scan from the mobile device camera, and we follow daily route optimization with end of the day reports. Some of the key use cases would be described that we have clients using our mobile solution in different divisions within their business, such as direct store delivery or home and office deliveries. And we have their sales division using them as pre-sales for taking order, direct sales from the back of the vehicle, or so we call advanced sales. And of course, all can be combined with payment collections and invoice generation. Now, one of our case studies that we would like to showcase today is the Asa Group. You probably heard about this large conglomerate in the Caribbean region. We have several locations, several companies that we work with. So they're using over 120 people right now are using our mobile application there. And what they love about the application is that we do a direct connection, real life connection between the mobile agents and their ERP system, which allows them to improve their operations and workflow. And the simplicity of the UI of the interface of the whole system allows them to use it in different sectors and very quickly to train and to onboard newcomers. Now, if you choose to go with Dynamics Mobile, especially the advanced sales, what we have prepared is an implementation process that can be anywhere from 1 to 3 months, depending on the complexity of the project. So first of all, we start with the discovery phase. Of course, afterwards, we move to technical discussion and solution design meetings to determine the exact processes that you have. Then we move to project initiation and contract signing. Then we have the development, the user acceptance testing, and of course, lastly, we have the go live with on-the-spot support if needed. So team, I would like to move on everybody to show you the advanced sales, the application itself and the backend, how it actually operates. So I will be switching up my screen so that you can actually show the application. I will first of all start with our mobile fleet portal. As you see currently on the screen, I'm using Google Chrome browser, so it is pretty simple. You can access it from any type of browser, a tablet, or any type of PC that you're using. This is where your supervisors will be operating. And we have based it upon, let's say, a different app store, where from the bottom left, you have different application areas, such as administration, where you can apply any type of rules, sets to your mobile users, do passwords, and etc. We also have the reporting and the routing, the mobile fleet, which we'll be focusing on today. When you enter, first of all, the home screen for your mobile fleet, what you will be able to see is your active drivers, your current vehicles, so the whole fleet if you have pending inspections and anything else. If we expand a little bit, you will have, of course, sections for reports, the surveys and the campaigns that we spoke about, the fleet, the sales targets, and many more. What I would like to speak today is regarding the routes and how we perform and how we understand them. In terms of routes, that system that you're currently seeing alongside with the mobile application is directly connected to the Microsoft ERP. So for example, if we take in here the section deliveries and select that, we'll have instant synchronization with ERP. So for example, from the top, there is a button that allows us to do a refresh manual if we choose to do so, or it can be automatic. And I'm seeing that for today, I have 5 planned deliveries that are currently pending for me. If I select on the sales order and the delivery itself, of course, it is telling me the customer, so I can see the route that it is associated with, when is this delivery planned for, and I'm able to see them on the map as well. I can do that for all of them. Now, as they're currently on a pending status, I will have to select them. And once I do that, I will go again into delivery actions and I will set them to be scheduled. Once I do that, I will choose the date. Of course, I have to prepare the day for today. I also have to follow in the route. Now, the route is going to be, of course, associated with the place where we are operating the territory. And I'm going to be changing the status to scheduled. I'm going to hit the play icon and the system is going to start generating a route for me. What does this mean is that we consider a route, we support two types. First of all, it is a static route where we know that our mobile user is going to follow and visit those clients every single day. And we also have dynamic routes where we can change the different visits. So we can add or exclude visits all the time. Now the status has changed of the deliveries for the day. They have already been scheduled. They have been pushed to the route Trinidad. For example, it can be associated with a vehicle license plate number or a specific driver. We go back into the main subsection and I will go back into the route list. And from here, I will search the route that I have pushed all deliveries for. This is Trinidad 1. And if I hit enter, I will be able to expand, give a name and territory of that route, and assign it to a specific driver, to a specific vehicle, and even if we have a helper user. Of course, that can be done on the fly or it can be automatic. If I click on the top with manage stops, the system is going to give me a couple of seconds to generate the best possible route. This is what we call route optimization. It will take into consideration, as you see, there are pop-ups for route start, for route end, and it is going to display it on the map. So those will be the best possible ways for us to get there. Of course, different setups could be done. We're taking in consideration the quickest way to get there by traffic and the different types of visits that I have set for the deliveries. It is telling me that what is the distance, the travel duration, and when it has been optimized. Now, those are the different clients that need to be visited. A priority could be set. Of course, if I hit enter and expand, I can determine if this is going to be the start. I can give a little bit more information in terms of the contact. So who exactly to address there. In terms of the time of distance, this is going to be a #1 priority or a #2 and more and more. Now, once I have that information, this is going to be pushed onto the mobile device. So I will switch now from a supervisor role and I will become a mobile agent. What I'm currently showing you is just a normal Samsung phone. So this is pretty simple. It's just a normal Android. If I go back, you will be able to see that. It is absolutely standard. You just download the Dynamics mobile application from the Google Play Store. We also support iOS as well. And once I log in, the system is going to recognize me if I'm on delivery, if I'm pre-sales. And this is the main screen that I will be seeing. So what I see currently in front of me that I have 5 planned visits for the day, I have 3 tasks, but prior to me starting actually my working day, if I'm going to be doing deliveries, I will need to click on the inventory button on the top right. Once I do that, I will have 2 options. So I have load, unload. I can, of course, receive items. I can do a stock count. This is in the beginning and the end of the operation day, where I can just barcode scan all the items from the main warehouse or the main store, and I can load them in my vehicle, as we consider the vehicle to be a mobile warehouse, so that we can keep a track of that. Stating that I'm ready and I have already loaded the vehicle, I will click on Start Route from the top. And on this level here, if I click Start in order to confirm, the mobile application is going to collect all the data from our system mobile fleet for the route and the deliveries, from the earpiece system for all the discounts, for all the prices, all the products, absolutely all that information into a package. As you see, it is seamless. And from here on, if needed, I can work without internet connection. And it's just going to store the information locally. As soon as the mobile device connects, it's automatically going to sync in the backend. No need to push any buttons. So what I'm seeing right now is in route customers that I have to visit with a set priority. You can see 1, 2, 3. On the top, there is, of course, a filter if it is for pending. but this doesn't tell me a lot of information. So I go ahead and select the map icon on the bottom right, and it will be displaying all of the clients that they need to visit with the best possible driving directions for the route. With the orange button, I can cycle, of course, through the different stops, and if I click the green one, all of them, I will see the complete route with quick info on the bottom regarding the distance I have to travel. If additional information is needed, from the top right, if I click, I will go into navigation mode. Now, this is in terms of what my supervisors have addressed for me today. But let's say I receive a phone call or I decide to visit another client, it can be done out of route. From the bottom right, we have all customers, and I have a list of our clients that are within my set territory or city. This is what we call the geofencing, or it can be just all of them with the search bar on the top. And from the bottom left, they can also add in a new customer on the go, depending what type of information it has to be collected and directly sell to them. So going back into the route, I will start up my first visit, and this is going to be the red shop. So I will go ahead and select them. And prior to me physically starting off the visit, the information that I see is I have a pending delivery here, so I have a task that needs to be performed. I can see customer history, what the customer ordered or what we sold in the past. I can manage assets. For example, if we have coolers or any type of machinery at customer site, I can reschedule that visit. He's not able to see me right now. I can select another date from the calendar, or I can see on the bottom if we have planned visits, recurring visits, let's say every Friday, and I can manage that. I can also do a teleorder stating that I'm stuck in traffic and I'm just speaking with the client over the phone. And of course, I can set up the new GPS locations if they're changing address or changing shop. From the bottom, we have different ribbons. So I see contact information, like we saw just in the routes, who we need to contact, information, phone numbers. We can display also financial information if this is required, such as credit balance, overuse, credit limits, dedicated type of payments, and anything else. And of course, custom notes. So starting off my visit here, I will hit the play icon from the bottom right. And the system will give me quick information that I have a set limitation of 30 minutes here, so I have a maximum visit duration time. This can also be done automatically to optimize the route itself, or it can be manual configuration. But also the system is telling me I'm actually 7 kilometers away of the client themselves, so I'm not physically there. If we have the geofencing system turned on, I will need to move in closer, of course, give or take 20 meters, but I will need to move in closer to here to the red dot in order for the system to actually let me do an invoice or a delivery or any other type of task. This is just a setup for us to be sure that the mobile agent is on customer side. Of course, take in mind this is an on and off switch that you can do. Now, starting off the visit itself, those are the different tasks that we are able to perform on customer side. We can do a quote, we can do, of course, an order, we can do a payment collection, a survey. What I would like to show you today is how we do advanced sale. So we'll click on the new sale function. Doing that, from here on, I will need to start adding products. So I can do that by hitting the plus icon. The different types of products will be shown to me. All of those that you're currently seeing are within the back of the vehicle. I have already scanned in the beginning of the day, so I have them currently locked. On the top, I have a catalog, so I can cycle through the different items that we are providing. I also have a search bar, and I can have a direct scanning ability, so I can scan directly with the mobile device, the barcode camera. No need to integrate with anything else. Now we can do different types. For example, I'm going to hit the water. I'm going to be selling water today. So I have 15 cases. This is what the system is telling me in the back of the vehicle. I will select that and I will input an information. I'll take one quantity. We're following, of course, lot number, batch numbers. We have in stock 15 cases. We can display, of course, a picture and have much more information. If we have available discounts, I will add that here. Other way for us to add products is just to swipe to the left. You see a suggestion from the application and add in a bulk edition if we want. And automatically the in-stock levels are changing. So I will go ahead there. I will confirm on the top I have the total amount, and we'll come to the confirmation window where, first of all, I see the VAT amount, I see the payment method, I can switch it up if I want to, or the payment terms. I'm going to go ahead and capture a signature from the client themselves or a snapshot as well. And I'm going to click on invoice. Once you do that, I will go into the payment window where I see the client's credit limit, the amount of money we need to collect. I have selected cash and I will confirm. So now I have two documents. I can either choose to print them on a Bluetooth printer or send them over email to the client. And those documents are the delivery note. Of course, we support multi-language and different types of formats, and also have the invoice with my signature that I just took, pretending to be the client. This is in general the fast sales process that we follow. Now, stating here, I will close off this visit and I'm going to move to another one. System gives me quick info how much time I spent there, and what type of tasks I did, and the amount of money I have collected or sold. Now, from the top, there is a status bar where I can track my progress during the day, estimated driving time, of course, sitting in the office, so this is why it is on 0. And I can switch it up and see in timeline mode is exactly what I did during the day. So I will be closing off the route right now because I want to show you some reporting stuff. And on the top left, there is a subfolder where during all the time, I can monitor the sales target, the inventory levels of the vehicle, and many more. So I'll go ahead and click on close route. But the system is going to ask me why I haven't visited the others, because they were mandatory, and I'll have to provide a reason. This could be set up from the supervisors. It is fully configurable. Let's say I was running out of fuel or had vehicle damage, for example, or I was just out of time. This is also a possibility, and I'll click on close. Once I end up in the end of my working operations day, I will get back to the main screen where I can go into the reports section from the top left, and I'll be presented with different types of reports, such as in stock currently what I have in my vehicle, and I can print that with a timestamp. I can see headquarters, so in the main warehouse, what we have, I'm doing orders, plan inventory for the next day, plan deliveries, of course. All that information is for me here to be seen, and end of day reports, where it will show information not only for the route, how many clients I visited or skipped, but the amount of money I have collected, the different payment methods. It will keep track of the orders, and from the top, there is a filter as well for ease of use and enable to print that and hand it to my supervisors. So I will be moving back, switching again my role to a supervisor, and I will move again to our backend system, which we call the mobile fleet. And I want to see what my mobile workflows have been doing during the day. So from the routes here section, I will just go ahead and go into the reports, where I will be able to see, let's say, the Route Explorer, or again, the same information as at the end of the report, of course, a lot more into details there. Now going into here, I will just go ahead and select a date. I will be selecting the user that I want to check up on, and the system will give me information. So I'll click on replay a route, and the system is telling me that this person, he drove 3 kilometers, and I can cycle and see the route where he actually went, what the system suggested here on the number 4 visit. He visited this type of client, he did an invoice, for example. This is the amount of the money that he sold or delivered. And in section events, I will see the same information, but with distance. So for example, the invoice here for that client was done. He was actually almost 1 kilometer away when he issued the invoice for $800. Of course, all the reports can be exported anytime. Now, those are the standard ones. We also provide one more in addition. And again, here from the application area, if we go into business intelligence reporting, I'll be presented with Power BI, so we call it reports, where the main difference, of course, first of all, is with the period. So in terms of, let's say, taking account sales reports that we want to see, So total amount for the transactions, total count, our top 10 customers in terms of invoices or orders. Here in terms of the period, as a manager, I can drill down, let's say, to even half a day to have that report, or I can have it quarterly or during different types of year and annual periods. I also have reports out of the box for the route performance, for my surveys, events, and also KPIs for my company, such as number of clients, number of visits, total amounts of invoices, sales orders, and system is going to tell me a little bit of forecasts if anything is happening, how we're looking for the next quarter, and it is going to detect any anomalies if there happen to be any. This can be fully configured and fully customized in terms of all the data we collect from the mobile device. So everyone, this is what I wanted to show. This is just a very brief overview of the application itself. If you express interest, of course, we can do a deep dive into everything that Dynamics Mobile has to offer. So I would like to move to the next stage and I'll be open to questions.
All right, it does not look like we have any questions.
Okay, so in this case, then the key takeaways for us to take from the Dynamics Mobile in the webinar that you just saw are, first of all, streamline field operations. The Dynamics Mobile has to offer between your mobile agent supervisors and Microsoft ERP systems, full real integration without any middleware softwares. We directly connect instantly, and of course, digitize paperworks and sign off such as quote sales and invoices.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Dimitrov. That was such an
Thank you.
insightful presentation. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. So thank you as well to our audience for joining us today. We hope that you found this webinar very interesting and you're excited to learn more. So before we close, we've made it really easy for you guys to share any thoughts, comments, or questions with us. Just click the link that we've just placed in the meeting chat to access our webinar feedback form. If you'd like more information on acquiring Dynamics Mobile or any other solution, just fill out your details and someone from our team will reach out to you shortly. Again, thank you so much for joining us today, and we look forward to hosting you for future webinars. So have a great day and a great week ahead. Take care.
Thank you, everyone.